Hello, 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 and welcome back to the channel for Game 3 of the College Alumni Tournament. In today's matchup, we are going to have Alabama, the 1 seed, against Mississippi State, the 16th seed, and you'll notice we are in a slightly different setting. That's because this game is being played in the conference championship, since both teams are being controlled by NFC teams. So that is what we have today. And in a second, we will go and look at the rosters. All right, so for Alabama, we're going to have Tua at quarterback, Derrick Henry and Josh Jacobs, two-headed monster running back. Mark Ingram's going to be running fullback. Really good receivers, Mark Cooper, Waddle, Ridley, etc. Tight ends, solid, Irv Smith, O.J. Howard. Offensive lines, decent as well. Defensive line, a bunch of run stuffers, not super good pass rushing. Linebackers are solid. Cornerbacks are really good. And so are safeties. J.K. Scott, both teams only have punters, and they will be doing both kicking and punting today. They have this guy that I had to change his attributes just in case, Joe Garbage. But yeah, that's Alabama's team. And then Mississippi State, we got Dak Prescott. He's basically it on offense. I'll go ahead and scroll through the rest, though. They have a couple receivers, a couple tight ends. They do have a few decent linemen, though, but also a few really bad linemen. Defense is where it's at, though. Fletcher Cox, Jeffrey Simmons, Chris Jones. They will be running a 3-4. Alabama will be running a 4-3. You can see defense is a lot stronger. Darius Slay. Safeties are a little weak. But yeah, Logan Cook will be doing kicking and punting. And yeah, those are the rosters. And also joining me today is Miguel. He's been with me the last two games. You want to go ahead and anything you need to say, Miguel?
What they do, my dudes. Let's get ready for another good game. And even though it's not the Super Bowl, I still expect greatness out of this game.
Of course. Honestly, I don't think we need to go over who we think's going to win this game. I think it's going to be pretty clear.
As much as I hate Alabama, I'm not gonna lie, I'm going for them. that team just looks so stacked. And I mean, kudos to the defense on Mississippi State, but even then, I feel like it's obvious who's going to win this game.
You said you're going for
Starting off early.
You said you're going for Alabama?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be interesting to see them play more teams. It would be. I mean, I hate Alabama. I'll go ahead and reveal my bias. I'm an Auburn fan. That's why I hated Georgia too. But I mean, it would be interesting to see them go a little deeper into the tournament, get some more marquee matchups out of them. But I mean, if Mississippi State can pull it off, more power to them.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Mississippi State wins. I'm not mad about it, but I am surprised by that run. That was a big run and with a big game. And another one. Yo,
put the team on your back.
271 yards. Jesus. I thought Dak was going to be the only weapon they have, but this running back built different. He is tired and he's carrying the team on his back. Oh, 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, though. Tired. Their backup's not even a Mississippi State alum, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah.
4th and 4 gets stuffed. Yeah, what a way to start the game. Jeez. I actually
thought for them that they couldn't punch it in. But I mean, fast start. See if they can keep it up. I doubt it, but you know, the whole drive was built on one play, and they didn't get another first down after that.
I mean, if I'm going to be completely honest, I feel like Mississippi State is going to score either through defense or through special teams. I highly doubt offense will carry them.
But you know, they take a lead. They can say they had the lead.
Probably the only time they'll have a lead.
I mean, to be fair, I'd like those odds.
All right, now it's Alabama's turn on offense, and let's see what they got going on. So first the return, that'll get to the 30-yard line. Pretty good return.
It sucks that in this Madden, because I've done stuff like this in the past, the Commanders' uniforms matched Alabama a lot better, but they took a lot of the Commanders' uniforms out. I'm guessing for some obvious reasons. The mascot that those uniforms are associated with, but they had some that were just like plain red helmets with like gray face masks, which fit perfect. But no, they took a bunch of those out. So sadly, they have a bunch of yellow accents this year. And then with Mississippi State, I felt like it was a nice touch having them be the Buccaneers with the loss of Mike Leach recently. May he rest in peace. But I just felt like having a skull and crossbones on there. And Mike Leach was considered like the pirate. Felt that was a nice touch for him. But it would be, hopefully they can pull out this game. But
with a nice swing.
A very high-powered offense with 2 elite running backs.
And you know, speaking of uniforms, my hot take, I'm being completely honest with you, I actually really like the Commanders uniforms, especially like those all-black ones they got. I think Commanders kind of get a little too much. Ooh! Oh, a pick almost thrown by Tua.
That would have been huge.
Ooh.
Third
question
down, though.
How do you think Tua being left-handed is going to affect this offense? Because obviously certain plays are designed for him to roll out right, but I'd have to be him throwing a little cross body.
I mean, it's Madden. I don't think it'll really matter that much with it being in Madden. So, like, I mean, I guess it could, because, I mean, the playbook isn't, like, tailored for, it's not like Miami's playbook. It's the Packers' playbook, or not Packers. Who is it? It's the Eagles' playbook. That was the one that matched them best. Can they down it?
Oh, what a punch!
Yikes, that's dangerous for Mississippi State.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed in Alabama's first outing on offense. But I mean, kudos to the punter, dude. That's a solid punt right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that running back's gonna break out another big one.
Honestly, I'd honestly kind of expect a safety with the run stuffers they got on this defensive line and the holes on this offensive line. Hey, but you know, he's putting the team on his back.
He got 4 yards. That's surprising.
He is finding the holes for sure.
I like that pass.
Delivered.
I guess a completion.
I mean, hey, watch out now.
I was about to say, I think we might have called it a little too early. I think this team.
I mean, and rightfully so. I mean, you look at the rosters.
Yeah. I mean, what they've done so far, I mean, it's crazy.
Oh, like
Dak using his legs. Oh, look at Dak.
This is like a 73 overall team with Mississippi State facing like an 89 overall team with Alabama, but Mississippi State looking pretty solid so far.
Oh, Ethan, imagine if this team now with Dak using his legs and that running back doing what he's been doing, imagine you would give him the Baltimore playbook.
Yeah, I mean, the Baltimore playbook, that was an option, but if you guys don't know, we have to kind of spin a wheel of playbooks and just see if it's a good fit. But after seeing what Florida State had with the Baltimore playbook, we decided that was not the best plan of action for Mississippi State.
Oh, and not good plan of action to try to get a little fancy with it, cause the incompletion. Dak going under center. You know, there's a little toe jack play, but it's still 4th and 1. Do they go for it? Do they try to be aggressive, or do they?
I would go for it in a game like this where you're facing a team where you're heavily outmatched. You got to take advantage of opportunities like this. Now they're gonna punt the ball because it's Madden, but I would go for it. I don't think they will though. But we'll see.
You're gonna look at the replay. You know, good route. You know, maybe if he had a little more green grass, he could have turned upfield a little bit. But you know, sadly, they had to take what they could take.
Yeah, and they will punt.
Maybe this is one of those times Madden goes for the fake, and sadly, I'm mistaken.
And see, they can pin them deep. Oh, that's a great punt too.
Another one.
Battle of the punters.
Well, the punters are built different today.
2 inside the 5. That's a bit of an understatement too. Well inside the 5.
I'm not gonna lie. If he can keep doing that all game, then yeah, this team is gonna be looking to be in trouble. All right, let's see what Alabama does here.
Hand off to Henry.
Oh, so if he could have got that juke, probably would have took away a big one. Second 5 on the 8-yard line. Oh, is this a wise decision? Go empty backfield?
I mean, they got the weapons to do it. Ton of receiving options. Might as well get them all on the field. And no one's probably running back.
Two receiving options, completes the pass for the first. Oh man, Jack under center. Hands it off to Derrick Henry. You know, Derrick Henry, you know, hasn't had a big game like that one running back from the other team, but you know, he's still advancing. You know, he's still moving the chain. He's still getting the ball down there. And oh, speaking of getting it down there,
what a
slinging one.
Who's that? Ridley.
You know, since he can't do it, since I'm a betting man, you know, I might have to keep Alabama as my go-to for the win. Hopefully, I don't get suspended.
They're gonna keep making plays like that. That's gonna be hard for Mississippi State to keep up with.
Back under center, probably another Derrick Henry run. Oh, I guess right. Hired me as a defensive coordinator. Second and 2. Let's see what the offense goes for here. Looking for a pass.
Slant. Alabama special.
Right. Them abilities are coming into play big time. And they gets the snap, hands it off. And ooh, Sad gets stuffed. Second and 8.
Fletcher Cox.
Looking to sling it.
Another slant. It's just too easy.
I say right now, if I was Alabama, I'd just keep throwing the ball. I mean, the run has had some success, but right now, the pass is definitely looking like the move. Replay that. Definitely those slant routes definitely working for Alabama right now. Especially when we got guys like Waddle, Ridley, you know, all of them.
Amari Cooper.
That's a big one.
And those are just starters. Backups could be the starting 3 receivers for most other teams in this tournament.
Second and 6. What do they do here? All right, going for a pass. You know, Tua takes the check down. I mean, either way, it's still a loss of yards. But definitely better than them getting the sack for sure. Mississippi State coach looking happy with the stop right there. Good form tackle. All in all, solid work.
3rd and long. See if they can pick it up. And they can. And they will get more than that.
Touchdown, Bama.
Amari Cooper.
Who's shushing all the haters out there.
Highest overall receiver on the team. And now we will see if Mississippi State will be able to not win the game, but at least try to take the lead back at any point in this game, which will be a tall task.
I would say I highly doubt it, but considering they proved me wrong with that first offensive drive, I think I'm going to keep my mouth shut until I see what actually happens. And they do get the extra point. Dak Prescott trying to motivate his team. Probably telling them that they're outmatched, but they can still do their best. All right. Due to the knee, they will start at the 25. Oh man, Dak and company coming out from the field. All right, starting the offensive drive of the pass, and one that's completed to the running back.
And Hill's having a great day.
Surprisingly. He was behind. Not only with his overall, but just even the O-line's overall, especially that right tackle being like one of the lowest out there. And I'm surprised. Surprised they're doing as good of a job. Not only protecting Dak, but also creating the holes for the running back is definitely a surprising turn of events here. Just take a look at the replay. Dak, a little throw on the run, gets the completion. All right, going
empty backfield, 5 wide. Time to throw and makes the play. Dak 5 for 6 so far.
I mean, that's some solid play with Dak. It's kind of bold targeting the superstar corner right there, but still got the completion and yeah.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think it's possible to target a non-superstar corner on this defense. I'm not 100% sure on Surtain, but I know they got at least 2 superstar corners.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I think you're right. Kudos to the running back. He's trying everything he can to, keep the game alive. Oh, so is Dak. Oh, that's a tough break right there. If he would have held on to it, maybe he could have somehow got the first, but sadly he dropped it.
The kick.
And it might be. Never mind. I was gonna say it might be short, but no. That's.
I don't know what it is. I mean, it should be that way a little bit, but punters definitely don't have the same juice in their legs that their kick power would indicate. But I mean, hey, that's the consequences you pay when you don't got a kicker in the game.
I mean, definitely height-wise, that kick was a little shaky.
Yeah.
Alabama took it at 31.
Mississippi State's going to have to get some stops at some point because they will not be able to keep up. They will not be able to go toe-to-toe with this offense.
Josh Jacobs, cut back. I think if he would have kept going straight, he would have been all right. But gain of 4. King Henry now back on the field. Dak throwing a quick drag. That gets the first after the broken tackle.
Just like that, first quarter is over. Close game. A little bit surprising. But I mean, hey, it's still early. A lot could happen. See, this Mississippi State defense can make some plays. You see this Alabama offense can start running away with this game, which we know they can do with the personnel they have out there.
Oh, tight window, but Tua slings it, and the completion, was good. 2nd and 3. Mississippi State showing a bit of a blitz. And, despite the blitz, Tua still gets 4, and it becomes first.
Tua, time in the pocket, and he will get sacked.
If Derrick Henry held on to it, that block a little longer, I think Tua was about to sling it.
Best player overall-wise on this team, Chris Jones, makes the play from the D-tackle spot. He had plenty of time. Sack. That was a coverage sack for sure.
Yeah, 100%. But, good play from the O-line. They tried their best, but, even Derrick Henry tried to get a block in there, but sadly, Jones was just too good and got in there.
And
going for the short pass that goes for a good
lot of it.
3rd and 1. Wow. Big pickup from the check down.
Yep. Herb Smith.
Let's see, do they hand it off or do they go for a pass? And they do hand it off. Derrick Henry punching it easily for the first.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a 240-pound running back and you don't run it on 3rd and 1, somebody needs to be fired.
my co-commentator taking shots at Pete Carroll. No, okay.
I mean, I think everybody knows that was a bad call.
Just
can't even say hindsight's 2020. You should have known then. That was a dumb decision.
Going for a sweet play action. Derrick Henry getting it and tries to truck a man, but sadly doesn't get it. And it's 2nd and 2. Oh, they're expecting a run here, low in the box.
And it will be a run, and Henry will just run right around them.
You know, that shows what the coaching staff of Alabama thinks of this other team. They ain't scared to run the ball, even if they know the other team knows what they're gonna do. Definitely takes some guts to call that play. All right, let's see what they do here. We'll take a look at the replay. Good football IQ by Henry, obviously, to not go up the middle, but to go around the edge.
Yeah, he's having a solid day so far. 7 carries, 40 yards already.
Back of Josh Jacobs is in. Oh, draw. Oh, and solid run by Jacobs. 2nd and 2 on the 10.
Jacobs will remain in the game for 2nd and 2. And Tua will find Amari Cooper to get inside the 5. Jacobs still in the game. I'm expecting a pass here. No, a run. And touchdown.
And Jacobs get it after stiff-arming a man.
Jacobs being the 3rd down back in the depth chart. Usually going to be in for passing plays, but that time he's going to get the short yardage carry to put another touchdown on the board. Potentially go up 8 here with the extra point. Mississippi State's going to have to get more than field goals if they're going to want to stay in this game.
And Josh Jacobs hitting the Michael Jackson Thriller celebration after. Got, pretty good song, pretty good music video. And the extra point is good. We're now 14-6. Ethan, personally, how do you feel about the name Washington Commanders?
I mean, it's grown on me. Everything that's like that drastic of a change is gonna seem awkward at first. But I mean, I got no problem with it.
I mean, I definitely prefer it than the football team.
Yeah, football team had to go. I mean, it was temporary from the start, but
at the same time, their original name was just so iconic. It's kind of hard to let go of it.
Yeah, it was time.
Oh, Dak in the pocket getting sacked by Tomlinson. First sack of the game. I'm surprised that it's only now that we're seeing the first sack done by the one of the first sacks done by the Alabama defense. That O-line is hot donkey cheeks. I was kind of expecting Dak to get sacked every play.
I mean, they got 3 solid offensive linemen. They just got a couple really bad holes. Florida State's offensive line was definitely worse, in my opinion.
And running back only picks up Uno.
3rd and 15. And
that's when you throw the interception. If you're going to throw an interception right there, it has to be an arm punt. It cannot be that close to the end zone. C.J. Mosley, what a play. And straight to the defense.
I don't even know who he was trying to throw the ball to. I mean, the guy he was throwing to, he wasn't looking for the ball yet. Which, I mean, it's no big deal, but I think it would have been behind him anyway.
Definitely Mississippi State needed to play almost a perfect game if they want to, compete with this Alabama team. And sadly, that drive was not perfect, and they will pay for it.
Yeah, they haven't been perfect since the first play, if we're being honest.
Oh, Tua going to the screen, and what should have been a tackle for loss, Derrick Henry breaks the tackle and makes a 2nd and 3.
And
and touchdown.
Another touchdown.
Who is that to?
This time, Waddle
No,
on the reception.
that was Jalen Waddle, my mistake, but kudos to him for getting that touchdown, for fighting through to get into the end zone. His team is very excited on the sidelines. You love to see that kind of support.
Should we add a mercy rule?
If you think it might happen, I'm down to add it.
Nah, I think we should let it play out, see how bad it can get.
Oh God! See what team can hit 100 points first by the end of the game. I'll call it right now. I say Alabama gets 50 halfway to the third.
That's bold.
That means they're. I'm about to say that means their offensive defense got to play a perfect game from like here to then, but I think they can do it.
I'll predict the final score. I'm gonna predict 56 to 56 to 19.
Okay. Give me like 60-something to 20-something. I think it'll be in that range. Oh, Dak just heaving it. Oh, and sadly incompleted.
Got his hands on it, just couldn't reel it in.
Yep. Part of me wants to go for Mississippi State now, just kind of like an underdog story. But I think it's obvious who takes away the victory here. Dak handing it off, and I think this running back used all of his energy in that first offensive drive. He's definitely slowing down now.
Dak with time to throw, and finds the open man.
Who then jukes the defender and tries to get as many yards as he possibly can.
Zuber there on the reception.
The coach just happy that they're not getting skunked right now.
Now, if you haven't seen the first two games, go ahead and watch those. Go back and watch those because we're about to talk about the upcoming matchup in the second round that has already been played. We won't see that game for a while. We still have a lot of matchups in the first round. But so far, we have seen Florida State upset Oklahoma, and we've also seen Georgia take care of business against Florida in the first round. Nice reception there. Tight window.
I was about to say, it looked like Dak threw another interception. I was about to go crazy.
Yeah, so far we have two teams advancing to, I guess what you would call the Elite Eight in this tournament.
Oh, Dak does throw a pick.
Another pick. Does that make
I
it
believe that's
Fitzpatrick?
Marlon Humphrey. I think that's Humphrey.
It is.
I feel like we have just superstars at corners. Definitely gonna. That's tough for Dak.
Yeah, this is definitely one of, if not the strongest secondary in the tournament. So
I think he made up with his teammate a little bit.
It's a tall task for Dak, especially with not many weapons.
Tua going in the center.
Yeah, Miguel, how you feel about what we have so far in the second round with both Georgia and Florida State making it?
I mean, there's no secret how I feel about UGA making it, but definitely surprised that FSU made it, especially considering who's on the team, especially considering the quarterback and what he did that game. But at the same time, the other team in that first game made some mistakes too, and FSU just happened to be the better team. So well deserved, I guess, and I'm curious to see honestly how much farther they can make it.
Yeah, similar team here to Florida State with Mississippi State. Florida State having a really solid defense. Mississippi State also having a solid defense, and both having, for keeping it honest, pretty abysmal offenses. But Florida State got a good matchup. They only had to play against a good offense and a bad defense. Mississippi State getting the short end of the stick here, having to go up against probably the second best offense in the tournament behind Oklahoma, but also the best defense in the tournament, overall-wise at least. And maybe not even overall-wise, it might not even be debatable. Coming in at like a 92 overall offense, I believe, 91 or 92.
Dak trying to pull not Dak, Tua trying to pull a James Winston, and sadly does not get very far or get anywhere at all. Hands it off to King Henry, who tries to take the edge, but I think that hurt him a little bit. And only gains 1 yard.
So far, we've only touched one half of the bracket. So every team that we've seen so far, right now, like I said, we have Florida State and Georgia in the second round. The winner of that game will take on the winner of the game after this. So that game will either be likely Alabama, based on what I've seen so far. Let's see if we make this field goal real quick.
No. that's tragic.
Yeah, the punters being a kicker is definitely something that's going to cost. I mean, both the teams have the same problem, but
that's just atrocious.
Yeah, the kick power attribute is going to be misleading to these coaches. But yeah, the winner of this game will take on the winner of, let's see, do I remember it off the top of my head? I might have to go back and check. I will check that really quick.
And Dak not throwing an interception for the first time. Not kidding.
I'm looking forward to a possible Georgia-Alabama matchup in the Final Four. It's a realistic matchup that I could see. Alabama's way though.
I'd be happy to see that matchup, and I'd also be happy to see UGA beat Alabama. But with that game, I'll try to hide my bias a little more. It was a little hard to contain last game, but I'll try to do a better job. It's slowly but surely this Mississippi State offense is moving. But can they score before half?
Alabama will be playing the winner of Michigan-Notre Dame, the 8-9 matchup.
Oh, Dak using his legs, getting a big gain. And thank God he doesn't fumble or
Dak's been having a solid game on the ground so far. Almost 40 yards on 2 carries.
Looks like him and James needs to switch playbooks.
Yeah, we will probably go to the Notre Dame-Michigan matchup next. After this one, to go ahead and get that side of the bracket complete. You know what matchups we're going to have set up in the second round. Michigan obviously led by Tom Brady. Notre Dame led by a really solid offensive line. Should be a fun, pretty even matchup.
Looking forward to it.
Dak rolling out.
And Dak not looking forward at all.
He might be able to take this. Oh, the big fella.
Oh, big fella, go for the scoop and score. Come
Rumbling.
on. Run, take it to the house. No. Shout out to Ron Payne getting that scoop. But sadly, no score.
Mississippi State just cannot catch a break right now. 3 turnovers now for Dak already. I mean, he hasn't been playing that bad of a game outside of, like, you take those 3 plays out, he's playing a really solid game.
Yeah. But let's see what Tua can muster up here, along with Derrick Henry. Those slants have been working. Oh, Alabama fighting for more yards, getting to the 7-yard line.
Man, it's nothing new. I've been seeing them do that in real life.
Definitely in field goal range for Alabama here, but realistically, they would want to go for the touchdown. Tua needs to throw it away, and he doesn't get to do it in time.
And Tua takes too long to get rid of the football. He ends up paying for it. Second and goal, and he will be sacked again. They might be able to push him out of field goal range.
Oof. Definitely the defense, the main reason Mississippi State is somehow, like, possibly could come back. But it's a highly unlikely situation.
Yeah, I don't know if they will sniff the end zone again. I mean, they've been able to move the ball down the field. They just haven't been able to get it in the end zone. Alabama, third and goal from the 25.
Chris Jones' X Factor light up like a Christmas tree.
Irv Smith. It's a few. He should be back in field goal range. Try to go up 22.
Ooh, quick man.
You know it. Actually, no, 18.
Quick math, but not right math. Nobody said it had to be correct. All right. Let's see if they get the kick. And it looks good. Well, 24-6.
I mean, yeah, it is the benefit of having the punters. I think their accuracy is still going to be intact. Whereas if the auto-assigned ones that I gave them as roster fillers, those accuracies, not pretty. So it's probably best that they are sticking with their punters at the kicker position. Oh, and...
speaking of not pretty, oh, what a scooper score on special teams.
Yikes.
Dang. That's a tough one.
4 forced turnovers so far for Alabama. Mississippi State is just... You know that? Would you say they'd have 56 through midway through the third? Is that what you said?
I was going to say like 50-some points by midway third.
I mean, that's looking a lot better now.
What a hit. Man, it didn't even slow down on the pickup. I didn't realize he had got it until you was close to the end zone. I think 31-6. I don't know, because
definitely looking like something to be reckoned with in this tournament.
I was about to say, definitely, I don't know, after this game, consideration might have to be put into the front office of Mercedes.
Nah, man, no such thing. I mean, blowouts, they're part of the game.
See if they can repeat again.
I know there's some people out there that are enjoying this, mainly the Alabama fans. Doubt many other people are enjoying it, though. Not many people want to see Alabama succeed.
Let's see what Dak can do here with two running backs in the backfield. They go for the run.
Is that Mississippi State? Yeah, Mississippi State's going to call a timeout with 3 seconds left. See if they try to unload one here before half. And they will.
Loading a dot.
And another pick. Yeah, I would have taken that to the half. I saw that coming from a mile away. Minka Fitzpatrick, I believe, getting the pick right there.
If you have Dak Prescott on your fantasy team, I feel bad for you today.
Yeah, 3 picks in the first half. That is worse than Jalen Hurts did in the Florida State game. He had 6 total picks in that game, 2 of those being in overtime. And that loss to Florida State. But yeah, halftime, we will see what happens in the second half. All right. See if Mississippi State can try to make it a ball game here. You know, no one said it would be easy going against the 1 seed. And that is showing to be true. Alabama showing why they're the 1 seed. Pretty solid everywhere. No holes at all, really.
Let's see if Alabama can get to 50 points like I want them to. Oh, Derrick Henry fighting his way, making it 2nd and 4.
There are a couple other teams that are pretty well built in this tournament as well. The likes of Ohio State, you see them at the bottom right there. This is a simulated season. I do force wins for these 2 teams just to make sure they match up in the right game. But Ohio State, I mean, you can see simulated 17-0 in just a sim season. I mean, the other teams they're playing are depleted as these rosters were made, but they should be. Oh, a pick there for
Tua
Mississippi
throwing
State.
a dot to the defense.
The Ohio State is one of the teams that could contend, along with Alabama, and be a really good team. Same with
And
LSU.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie,
Mississippi State.
this is just absolutely poor from Tua. I feel like he should know better than to try that.
Yeah,
I mean,
underthrown.
tell me with the scoreboard being what it is. I mean, he technically can't afford a mistake here and there, but I think that was a mistake he could have avoided. Let's see what Dak and company will do here to make him pay for that mistake. Hill making a 2nd and 6. Officially has 106 yards on the day. Dak going for a play action.
And
Tries to escape but gets sacked by Jonathan Allen.
not
Get him all
pretty.
in the lineman's face.
Making it 3rd and 17. This defense is just. I mean, Mississippi State had something cooking the first 3 drives, moving the ball down the field, only able to capitalize, if you consider field goals, capitalizing on 2 of those. But since then, it's been all Alabama defensively, forcing turnovers, putting points up on the board. And now it's looking like it'll be the same thing here again unless they can convert this 3rd and 17.
Dak making a play with his legs.
And
But he fumbles right into the hands of Marlon Humphrey. Yes. That's tough to see from Dak. All turnovers made by one man, and his name is Prescott, Dak.
you know, I'm going to try to keep filling this game with other stuff to talk about because there will be some. There's not much to talk about in this game when it's 31-6, but some teams that we could see in future tournaments. We talked about some of them I talked about some of them in the selection show. One team that I could see making a push for next year, or if I did something in a little side tournament with other teams that didn't make it. Let's see, who are some that I would like to see?
Kind of like a loser bracket kind of deal?
No, not a loser's bracket. Like teams that aren't in the tournament, that not one of the 16 teams. Like teams that just missed the cut. Like Washington. Washington's one. They were really close to being in the tournament. Mississippi State just barely getting in over them. Nice little catch there for 1 yard. But I mean, Washington, they were just 1 overall lower on offense. Defense solid. They got guys like Vita Vea.
Should we do it to where like that loser tournament, or like for the teams that didn't make it, whoever wins that tournament goes against the worst team on worst team in this tournament, and like see if a team gets regulated, and see if the other team gets bumped up a little bit.
I mean, we could. It's kind of hard to tell. Like, say the 15th seed in this tournament loses too. Like, why should we kick out? I mean, we should probably kick out both at that point. So maybe 2 new teams, or maybe I expand the tournament to like 32 teams or 24 and have like some teams get a bye.
Speaking of expansion and numbers, Alabama scoring another touchdown, making it 37-6, and with the extra point, making it 38. I doubt they'll miss the extra point, so I'm hoping me saying that doesn't make them shank it.
That time, Irv Smith with the touchdown. Yeah, one team that I'm kind of looking forward to maybe making the tournament, and if they did replace a team, Mississippi State would be the first perfect one to replace. That being Tennessee. They got a couple good guys coming into the league next year. Don't know if they'll quite have enough. They already got guys like Alvin Kamara, Cordero Patterson in the league. So, you know, maybe Tennessee makes a team. But honestly, I think I got the top 16. I think I did a good job selecting them.
Okay.
Ole Miss could make a team too if they just had like more bodies on defense and offensive line. They got guys like DK Metcalf, AJ Brown. They got Matt Corral at quarterback, Knox at tight end.
Speaking of tight ends, Dak throwing the ball to the tight end, making it 2nd and 2.
I doubt Mississippi State fans want to hear that Ole Miss could be a team that replaces them in the next tournament.
Okay. Well, somebody who should get replaced is freaking Dak with the way he's playing.
First down we've seen in a while. That one to Fred Brown.
This is just tough. I'm gonna be clear honest.
Yeah, only 134 yards through the air in a tournament where we've seen players like Matthew Stafford go for over 500. But Hill having a really solid day on the ground. You know, I got to give credit where it's due. He's came to play. Not the best O-line in the tournament, going against one of the best run-stuffing D-lines in the tournament. He's had himself a nice little game.
Especially that first play, like that definitely came out of nowhere and I shocked everybody.
Yeah, definitely set the tone for him at least. I don't know. It didn't set the tone for the rest of the game. Jonathan Allen getting his second sack.
Poor Dak. Might have to get a man a gurney after this. Yeah, that just gets bulldozed. That's tough.
Yeah, don't know that we'll see a blowout as big as this one again in the tournament. The only one that's I think has got a chance is Texas A&M. I think they're the one that lined up with Ohio State. But honestly, Texas A&M they've got solid players on both offense and defense. So I think they'll be able to make plays both sides of the ball. Something that Mississippi State is definitely struggling with.
I was about to say, speaking of getting blown, that play got blown up for a loss. That you hate to see it. I don't know. Mississippi State might petition for a mercy rule once the game is concluded.
I don't think we'll see another game quite this bad. And
hey, speaking of this bad, Dak throwing another laser to the defense.
Sertan picking that one off. At this point, I just want to see how big the blowout can get.
Dude, they're close. They're close to the getting them 50 points in the third.
Yeah, they just need 2 more touchdowns.
I believe in Bama. That will probably be the only time you hear me say that, but I believe. Man, screw Roll Tide. This could be a roll tsunami by the end of this. Let's see what Tua does here.
Deep ball.
Launches it.
Woo.
Hey.
Receiver playing defense on that one.
I think Tua's looking at the scoreboard and it's just like, let's kind of mess around a little bit.
Yeah, they're just having fun at this point. Tua gets rid of it. Derrick Henry backwards.
Throws a man twice before he does it, you know. I mean, at least he got 2 for the highlight reel.
8-yard loss, 3rd and 18. Mississippi State might be getting a stop. Not that it matters that much. If Mississippi State somehow came back and won this game, that would be crazy.
I would say that this tournament is rigged.
I mean, ain't nothing I can do. I barely edit this stuff. Ain't nothing rigged about it.
To go empty backfield. So the short route that gets a good bit of yards, 4th and 6. Now, did Alabama mess around and go for it, or did they try to get or I doubt they're in field goal range. Do they just punt it?
I'd like to see him go for it. Just why not? But yeah, they're definitely going to punt.
You know, watching this game has made me realize something. And I don't know if you've done it. I've never been to a tailgate.
Yeah, I've been.
What's that like?
I mean, it's chill. It's usually pretty laid back. You know, you watch some football, depending on what time the game is. You eat some pregame tailgate snacks. Sometimes you might grill out.
Oh, man. I'd assume it'd be better than stadium food.
Oh, for sure.
It's got to be better
cheaper than
that.
stadium food. Stadium food, depending on where you're at, costs a good bit.
Yeah, you got a point. And it's probably got to be better than that horrendous UGA cheeseburger. As much as I love UGA football, their food could be a little questionable.
I mean, that was a basketball game. Football game might be different.
Oh, alumni tournament 2K would it actually wouldn't that be that bad either.
Oh, I've already been thinking about that. I do have 2K now.
Oh, man.
I know you already knew that, but yeah, I got
Yes.
2K. I think I'm gonna run something like that too.
No,
I think I mentioned that in like the introduction video that I did, like the very first video.
Am I a bad co-commentator if I said I didn't finish that video?
I mean, I don't judge.
I'm sorry. I failed you. Oh, what a completion. Ooh, out of curiosity, how would you do an alumni team for like FIFA?
Yeah, that's not possible.
Oh, it might be another sack.
Most,
Oh, Jonathan Allen getting 3 sacks. How many sacks did he get today?
I mean, at this rate, I think he's on pace for about 5 or so. So, say 5. They don't put in second strings in this, I don't think. If they do, that'd be kind of disrespectful. And honestly, Alabama's second strings are probably better than Mississippi State anyway. No offense to Mississippi State. Their
Well,
second
sadly,
strings are still a well-rounded team.
Well, sadly, there's no offense right now. That going empty backfield, not sure if that's a good idea. I'll throw on the run, and incomplete. They're going to have to punt it. I'm kind of sad that Alabama's not gonna get to 50 by the end of this quarter. At least not looking like it right now.
See how much time's left? I mean, it's not impossible.
I mean, I think they'll be close, but I don't think they'll get it. Like I don't think they'll be in the 40s, but they won't be in the 50s.
Yeah, see how fast they move the ball on this drive, and
Oh, dang! What a hit!
Abram definitely wanted to. He's known for making hits like that. No offense to him, but that might be just about all he's good at is making big hits.
Sounds like my favorite linebacker. Oh, Tua slinging it. What a completion to Mr. Cooper. Fun fact for those of you out there, my dog's name is Cooper. Do y'all care? Probably not, but I don't know what else to talk about.
Very fun fact to go.
Josh Jacobs getting a little shifty. I don't know how I feel about the yellow sleeves.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, last year they would have had a much better uniform combination, but they did take out, or I don't know if they did it last year. I know the year before, so what is it, Madden 21? Uniforms are a lot better for Alabama.
If you're talking last year, that would have been 22. Wait, no, I'm not looking at it.
That's the 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
no. Oh, you said a year ago.
Well, I did, but then I said 2 years ago, I know it, they had good uniforms.
Oh, my bad. That hand off to... Oh, King Henry making a big run.
Yeah, I don't know about that 50 in the third.
I'm saying that.
And my 56 guess is already dead because they kicked a field goal, and they're not getting the 19. Mississippi State's not.
I hope they at least get to the 40s. This quarter.
Oh, look. I mean, before the third, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But before the end of the...
Empty backfield. Oh, QB draw.
If Tua would have slowed down a little bit, let that block set up, I think he would have had it for a little more. Surprised Tua's not on concussion protocol after that one. He does have a bad history with concussions.
Yeah, Fletcher Cox chasing him. It's a big loss.
Cox just stuffing Tua. You hate to see it.
I mean, this defensive line's played solid, all things considered. I mean, Chris Jones has been having a solid day. I think he's got at least 2 sacks. Fletcher Cox just got 1. It's been a pretty quiet day for Sweat and Simmons, though. I don't think I've said their names very much.
Yeah, I think it's just Like defense has had its moments, but at the same time, I think this is definitely an offensive issue for Mississippi State.
Yeah, when the offense can't hold the ball very long, keep giving it to the other team. I'm sure time of possession is heavily skewed towards Alabama.
Alabama, you're getting a little bit 4th and 12.
Alabama will not be reaching 40 in the third. Defense coming up with a couple stops.
I'm a little disappointed, but it is what it is. Now let's see where the punt goes. 16-yard line.
Well, out of bounds. 24 in the second.
Damn. Mississippi State going scoreless in 2 quarters. Yeah, hate to see it. And down against the backfield, probably not a good idea considering the interceptions he's thrown, but you actually gets a completion. How many interceptions did Hurts have?
Yeah, I was about to say, Hurts had 6. I was about to say, see if Dak can keep it under 6.
I was gonna say, I want to see Dak beat the record. I make this game a little more interesting. I want to see him beat the record.
Yikes.
I will do some background research. I'm gonna see most interceptions thrown in the game.
Oh, it's probably not 7. If it is, and I don't know what the coach is doing leaving him in that long.
Most interceptions thrown in a football game is 8 interceptions.
Is that college? Fumble.
The quarterback's name is Jim Hardy. He threw 8 interceptions as the Chicago Cardinals quarterback against Philadelphia in 1950. Oh, Dak, buddy, no. It's not an interception, but it's still not good.
I mean, they recovered.
But, like, still, it's not good. It's not a good sign. I mean, scoreboard is not a good sign in itself, but still.
Ooh.
Oh, what was the point? Oh, should have just checked it at that point. Oh my God. 4th and 18.
What are they doing?
I love the play call.
Oh,
and he does not get it. Alabama ball. What is this game turned into? This is how my Madden games turn out when I play my cousin and I tell him he's playing with me, but in reality I didn't turn on the controller. Man. To his eyes just lit brightly looking at that scoreboard.
man, the field position he just got gifted because Mississippi State wanted to think they had a shot and go for it on 4th and very long.
When they could have gone for it on so many other opportunities and decided, like that one's gonna be the one to do it.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some 4th and shorts that they should have gone for. In my opinion, I would have went for them.
Yeah.
But that's the one they go for. I mean, total yards-wise, this game isn't even that different. They're both like low 300s.
And I'm about to say, in fairness, I mean, it's not like Mississippi State got anything to lose right now. I mean, I guess I can't blame them for going for it. That's just funny.
I mean, they got their dignity to lose. They could at least try to keep it respectable.
I'm gonna be honest. They would have lost the dignity if they were getting skunked. They should be happy they got 6 points from the game. Now it is sad that those 6 points aren't like touchdown 6 points.
It was 6-7 at one point.
It was a 1 point difference, and they even had the lead at one point.
Yeah, they were winning 3-0.
Oh man!
And then Alabama scored. Mississippi State kicked another field goal. I was like, all right, maybe they can keep up with field goals. No, because their offense decided to just keep turning the ball over.
Let's see what Tua is here. Tua swings and gets the touchdown.
Is that Amari Cooper again?
Yep.
It is.
Finally reaching the 40s. Let's hope they get to the 50s before the end of this game. This is so atrocious. Alright, there we go. try to get the extra point here. Probably don't would have gone for 2 points for poops and giggles.
That'd just be disrespectful.
Look at the scoreboard; it's already disrespectful.
No, they're just doing their job, man. But going for 2, that's just uncalled for.
Dak has been disrespecting himself with all the turnovers.
Yeah, honestly, they should just keep giving the ball to Hill the rest of the game. He deserves it. He's the only one that's came to play today. Them and a couple defensive linemen.
Dak out there with a smile. Everybody else wants to kill him.
Dak just happy to be here. Happy to make the tournament as a 16th seed.
I think he should just kept it with his legs, but 2nd and 6.
Yeah, he probably would have fumbled. Probably a wise decision. Knowing what else he's done this game. Oh, a first down! Look at him go!
For the first time in forever. Man, this is... Oh, God, this is hard to watch.
Wonder if we'll see the backups this game.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought I found it frustrating with the first game, James Wilson and all that. But I'm not gonna lie, this is on a different level. Like this is so bad it's funny.
I mean,
Dak Prescott is getting killed. It's either he's getting killed or he's screwing the game for his team. He can't get a break. He can't even call it a backup. Oh, this is...
Yeah, both games are frustrating, but for different reasons. That one was frustrating because teams made stupid mistakes. This one is just... I mean, they're not... It just is what it is. One team's better than the other, and it's showing. It doesn't make for the best game to watch, but... Oh, there's face mask.
Face mask.
He just gives that man the ball.
I'm about to say, this is one of the very few penalties of this game, if I'm thinking of it correctly.
It might be the first. I don't remember another one.
I'm about to say, I wanted to say that, but I don't know, maybe I just missed another penalty, but I think that might have been the first. You know, I guess kudos to both teams in that sense. They've played a very disciplined game so far with penalties. Because if Mississippi State has done one thing right, is that they don't have penalties.
Maybe that means they ain't been playing hard enough.
Yeah. Except that running back of those 2 D linemen.
You know what they say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Shout out Lie, Cheat, and Steal, the motto of late Eddie Guerrero. Ethan wouldn't know about that, he doesn't watch wrestling. But for all you wrestling fans out there, I got you. You know, Ethan, you get DDB 2K, we could do a wrestling tournament.
I'll pass.
Okay.
You know, that's you an idea for your channel, though. You make you one.
Yeah.
When you,
We'll see if I have one by the end of this. We'll see if I have one by the end of this tournament.
You know, another tournament idea that I have, I don't know if I mentioned it in a previous video or not, but after this Madden tournament, I'll probably do the 2K alumni teams, but then I'll probably do a position team tournament.
Ooh.
With all the, it's like the quarterback still have a team, so like Lamar might be running back. And
Dak and another pick. Yay! CJ Mosley was his 2nd interception. Oh.
Just one short of the 6. You just look so nonchalant throwing that too, just like, here you go. Dot right over the middle.
Oh, let's go, Prescott.
But yeah.
I referred to Big
Probably do position teams as another tournament. And speaking on that, just off the top of your head, Miguel, are there any teams you'd be interested in seeing?
Like
a team that you think would be a favorite in the position team tournament?
In the position, you know, honestly, give me. I say give me receivers, because I know, like for example, if I remember correctly, Odell can, you know, I think he's a pretty good kicker.
Yeah, he is. Kicker will be a big piece of that, because like kickoffs will determine field position and stuff like that.
But I mean,
kickers are important.
As we've seen in some NFL games, I mean, there's trick plays where, you know, wide receivers, and I'll even mention running backs too, like they'll sling the ball, and so, you know, there's definitely some potential there. I feel like quarterbacks might be a struggling one. especially depending who you're looking at certain positions. But I don't know. I say I I say maybe the better ones would be either like running backs or receivers, but the position that I'm hoping wins is corners. I love cornerbacks. Deion Sanders is one of my all-time favorite players. So definitely, definitely a defensive position, but probably corners would be my favorite.
I mean, yeah, they'll be sturdy on defense. One team that I'm got my eye on is the tight ends, because there'll be some solid receivers. There's a bunch of tight ends that have like history of playing quarterback in their life. You got Logan Thomas, Tyree Jackson. Yeah, exactly. You'll have good blockers too. I think that could be a fun offense to watch at least.
Yeah, you got a point.
So you got George Kittle on the offensive line.
I was about to say tight ends. I feel like they'd make to be decent linebackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just everything else is a little sketchy. But
I don't know about defensive backs. Tight ends might be lacking in that, and I don't know if they've got a guy that can kick.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody. Oh, Derrick Henry, the expected lineup. Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. Oh, they're going with the keeper.
Nah, but Tua says, "Give me the rock."
Again, with the scoreboard, they can play around. I bet you the head coach is laughing more than he is pissed. Yeah, this game is just atrocious. Question: could you do like a position tournament on 2K?
Yeah, I've thought about that too. It's just that there's only 5 positions, so I don't know how I would do it.
Oh, you got a point.
It'd be a very small tournament.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got a point. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Which I'd probably... Let's see, who would I take in that tournament? I feel like point guards are a little undersized. Same with shooting guards. Center team, you probably have like Jokic running point guard. I don't know if the center team would have enough athleticism. So I'd probably go with either small forwards or power forwards.
I was going to say power forwards, but that's just because of my 2K career.
Plenty of small forwards, power forwards that are decent at like handling and distributing the ball, like LeBron, Giannis, a bunch of other guys too. Siakam runs point for the Raptors. Sometimes they're a little weird.
There you go. Point. Speaking of distributing, to completing the pass, make it 2nd and 8, and he's going for another pass to Derrick Henry, who gets it 3rd and 2. I just looked at the play clock and I realized if you're either of these teams, like obviously if you're Alabama, you probably run shoe clock, but if you're Mississippi, do you also if you're Mississippi State, do you also run shoe clock to try to get the game over with?
I mean, I would. Will they in this game? Probably not. But Alabama does look like they have shoe clock on, even though they're still passing the ball.
I mean, they're trying to reach the 50s.
Give the ball to Henry. He's got his X factor.
Tua said anything you can do, I can do better.
But you can't. He's going backwards.
I was about to say, surprisingly, Winston doing way better than Tua at his read option stuff.
It's probably also because I think they got ball carrier conservative on, so he was like
covered up.
Yeah. 2 hands on the football.
Or maybe it's a tactical move. Maybe they take the loss of yards to give them more space to throw it.
I mean, they could just take a knee. It doesn't look like they're going to call any timeouts.
I mean, on the 1-yard line.
But the fact that they can call timeouts is probably going to keep them from taking a knee. See if they'll punch it in for one more touchdown here. Hand off to Henry. And he will get stopped.
136 yards.
That should do it. Will they snap it again? I mean, maybe. We've seen that happen in the Georgia game where they need to be snapped. They will not.
Oh, boo. We wanted them to reach the 50s. Solid game by Alabama, and just We don't speak on that league team.
Yeah, we cannot say the same for Mississippi State. Now, this was going to be a difficult game to pick player of the game. I don't think anybody really stood out that much. Not really a huge game by really anybody. I mean, Hill on Mississippi State probably has the best case, but he's on the losing team, so they don't get player of the game.
I would say it would be somebody on the defense for Alabama. Definitely
Probably.
that defense is. I feel like it's definitely a big reason for how this game went. I mean, Tua
Player-
also played a good game too.
Player of the game for Alabama is Dak Prescott, giving them 5 interceptions. Yeah, Tua did have a good game. 269 passing yards, though. Oh, Derrick Henry, I mean, he had a better game than I thought. No touchdowns, though. 136 on the ground. Solid. No really dominant receiving options. I mean, Amari Cooper had 2 receiving touchdowns. Defensively, Willie Gay was all over the place. 22 total tackles. But let's see. We sort it by commanders. C.J. Mosley, 2 picks. What do you say? Do you have your eye on anybody?
Jonathan Allen with the 3 sacks.
3 sacks, too. There's a bunch of guys you can make a case for.
I just say give the award to the whole defense. I don't think you can give it to a specific player.
Yeah, I mean, only giving up 6 points. I mean, Mississippi State's defense is nothing special.
Unless you want to say Prescott played for the Commanders, I'd be fine with that.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was saying at the beginning. He's player of the game for Alabama. I mean, he gave him the ball 5 times. No, more than that. How many times did he fumble?
Oh man, I was like, you want to know?
It'd be rushing.
So 5 interceptions and
3 fumbles. How many is that? Fumbles lost, or is that just fumbles?
It's fumbles in general. So that's
how many did they lose?
I
think he was the only one that turned the ball over. So how many total turnovers is that?
No, because there was that one homie. No, because remember that scoop and score on special teams?
Oh, yeah. So 7 then, I think. Sounds right. Oof. I mean, yeah. Dak's player of the game for Alabama. He's definitely playing for the other team.
You know, at least Dak got an award.
Yeah.
Probably not the one he wanted, but it is what it is.
Yeah, with that being said, I'll go ahead and close this one out. Next game will be Michigan and Notre Dame, the 8 and 9 seed, which will play Alabama in the next round. And yeah, hope you guys have a fantastic day. And with that being said, adios.
Adios.